Want to thank you guys so much for tuning in again this week. We are once again doing our social distancing shit. I don't know. It's 4:00 on the afternoon, and I'm day drinking with my wife. Cheers. Hey. Cheers. Little whiskey because, days don't count, time doesn't count. But anyway, thank you again for tuning in. We did the Discord thing again, had a few technical difficulties, but it turned out pretty well. It's a little long this week. We call it the Ramblin' Men and Woman.
Yes, because I am not a man.
That's true. But anyway, here you go. An hour and 20-ish minutes of fun for your ears. Once again, thank you so much to Strange Famous Records. The opening track and closing track was called Get Down by the artist Meter Maids from their album Rooftop Shake, which you can find at strangefamousrecords.com. Love you guys.
And be sure to join us on Facebook. Just search Cascadia Hockey Club in the Facebook search bar. We would love for you to join us and chit-chat and talk bullshit. We're Flyers fans, so if you're a Penguins fan out there, boo.
Okay, she's been day drinking. Keep that in mind. Anyway, here we go. Cascadia Hockey, episode 64.
Welcome to Cascadia Hockey, brought to you by Buried Puck Threads. How is everybody doing today?
Hi, Corey.
Jesus Christ.
It feels like it's been just 2 days since we did this last. Every day is the same. It's fucking Groundhog Day over here.
Also true.
Also true.
Nothing has actually changed. Nothing has changed for me, except I can't get my coffee every day, and I can't fucking go to the gym.
Yeah.
So I'm angry, and I'm working, and I'm doing the same goddamn thing I did every other day.
Weren't you at the gym yesterday, or was that an old picture?
That was an old picture. Dude, that gym, if they open, it's a fine, bro.
I thought you were getting after it.
No.
We're getting after it in our basement the best that we can right now.
Well, listen,
I didn't want to know that. What you
that's
kids
a story
do
for a different podcast.
Hey, working out in the basement. Come on.
Hey, that could still be misconstrued.
Cascadia Hockey's for the children.
Hell no, it ain't.
Oh my God. Okay, Derek.
fuck those kids. I'll watch kids fall off bikes all day. I don't give a shit about your kids.
Aaron.
Yo.
You'll appreciate this. Yesterday, I saw a t-shirt online that was the Wu-Tang W, but it was wearing the painter mask over the bottom of it, and it said Corona ruined everything around me.
Cream get that COVID dollar or testing bills, y'all. I don't know.
Yep.
That was
coughing. Between COVID and Tiger King, the internet meme game has been the best it's ever been.
Okay, so
well, nobody's got anything else to do.
Exactly.
Kyle, have you been watching Tiger King?
No, I have been strongly advised by my friends around me that I need to watch it. Even Matt is like, you have to watch this.
So yesterday,
it's fucking amazing.
Yesterday on Garagerama podcast, I was severely outnumbered. I was 4-1 for all of them that have watched it. Even Howie, that doesn't get very excited very often, was stoked to talk about that show.
What is it? I don't even know.
It's a reality show about Florida.
Okay, I'm out.
Well, it's more of a.
I know. I'm just playing.
Yeah, no, Aaron, you're out. You're done.
But hey, just because I'm in the majority today, I can say what I want. It's 3-2 today, so.
Oh wait, who's?
It's a reality. We'll get back to that next week.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
I'll peek in on your Garagerama conversation next week.
No. We're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
By the way, people at home can't see this, or unless Kyle, are you streaming right now?
No.
You told me you lied to me.
I Twitch us.
I went into Streamlabs and I was trying to set it up, but because I tried to do screen share and stuff like that, I gotta figure it out. It maybe next week, but
okay.
Yeah, it's
Well, let me know, because then I'm going to get all pretty.
Well, I was just going to say, if we were streaming, because I love Derek's shirt. He's wearing the Super Check shirt. Which,
I like my shirt, too.
I think you need to figure out a way to set up the computer next to the bubble hockey table.
I like yours, too.
I could probably do that next week.
Yeah, maybe have you and Sam do a little tournament while we're recording.
That might be tougher, but I've been thinking about Facebook Live and us playing. I just need to set it up. I don't have anything to hold my camera, and that's a pain in the ass. So
I think I just decided what I'm going to spend our stimulus money on, babe. We're going to buy a bubble hockey table.
Well, yeah, we can have tournaments.
Or we could actually
somebody else in this town to play with.
Actually, what? Pay bills? Like pay mortgage and shit? Who fucking cares?
Hello?
That's not what it's for. It's literally for you to spend it on shit.
Yes,
to stimulate
keep the economy going.
And spending it on bubble hockey is an appropriate means of doing so.
I'll get the Team USA one, so it'll be American-made shit.
I'm thinking like clothes for the kids, for summer.
They don't have to go anywhere. They can run around naked.
No, I legit. So
in the immortal words of NoFX, fuck the kids.
Actually, we're getting some for the kids just because we have kids.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever explained this on the podcast. I do have a Super Checks not original. It was new. Bubble hockey in my basement. I fell in love with it at Chuck E. Cheese. We took a school field trip in about 1987 or 1988 to Chuck E. Cheese when half of Chuck E. Cheese was just all arcade games.
Yeah.
And every kid in our school was lined up watching like 4 of us play this. And it was the USA versus USSR Miracle on Ice version, because that was the original version from 1983. So my whole life, I remembered this thing, and someday I'm going to have one. About 5 years ago, I pulled the trigger. Never regretted it a day since. Not cheap. No. But I did order the Miracle on Ice version, so it is USA versus USSR. It's fun as hell. Play it with my kids. I've tried to get some tournaments set up, have people over, just never pans out. But Kyle, next time you come to town, if any of us are allowed to travel again, I think we need to come hang out at my house and have a tournament.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I'm down, 1000%.
Dude. You know what's funny is I have a very similar experience, yet it was a little earlier than that. I think it was 84, 85. And I remember playing the bubble hockey, and Chuck E. Cheese came out, and I cried they had to take me home.
Now, here's the thing. Air hockey or bubble hockey? What do we...
Bubble hockey.
Bubble hockey.
No, it's a Super Checks. It's Super Checks bubble hockey.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, is that what you prefer, bubble hockey over air hockey?
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Air hockey's rad. Don't get me wrong. I love air hockey, but if I have to make a choice, I feel like I'm playing a true game of hockey when I'm playing bubble hockey.
Yeah, it feels a bit more immersive.
Yes.
What's pretty rad is until last year, it literally had not changed. They were making the same game, a few tweaks here and there, but it was virtually the same game. Last year, they introduced what they call the Super Checks Pro.
Yeah.
And they upgraded the scoreboard. It's got LED animation in the scoreboard now. The announcer's different and stuff. So I'm more of an OG guy, so I'm glad I got the version that I did. But if you bought one today, you would get the upgraded, Pro version, which is pretty dope. The company also essentially copied the game, but it's soccer. So they have a soccer version now, which is also pretty dope.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Little shout out to ICE, the company, Innovated Concepts, something. They're called ICE. Buffalo, New York, still made in the USA to this day.
So I like that they're splitting their time between making awesome arcade style play games and immigration. It just
they double as the immigration capital of the United States.
That's how they infiltrate communities. We're part of ICE.
ICE. Yep.
Innovative Concepts Entertainment. That's what it's called.
Love it.
Okay, I feel better now. I got that.
Everybody go check it out and spend your stimulus check on that. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, man. They're about, when I bought mine, I think it was like $2,800. I think they're about $3,200 now. So
yeah, and you can get like a dumbed down version of them. From what I've seen, I saw one somewhere once for like $800 or $900. But if you want something legit, you're going to be spending well over $2,500. Well,
and they're totally rebuildable too, the gearboxes and everything. So if you find a used one somewhere, do not hesitate. If it's under $200 for $100, you could totally rebuild it. So
nice.
That's another good way. Yeah.
Keep that in mind, children.
We have a Golden Knights bubble hockey game. I think only 3 were made. And I'm trying to find a picture of it. Yeah. It was like three or 5. A very, very small number were made.
That's pretty cool.
When you say you're talking about the team's got one in the offices or whatever.
Oh my gosh, breaking news, guys. On NHL, on NBC Sports, receiving 69% of the votes. Gritty has won Best Mascot.
Gritty won with 69% of the votes?
Yeah. Bullshit.
Through Gritty
69%, boys.
Derek just vomited.
That's donkey.
There you go.
That is
just
perfect.
wanted to share that with you. I was so excited.
I'm stoked.
Oh, I found the picture.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, so show the picture. And that's it. Gritty wins with 69%. That's all we need to know.
That is how Gritty should have.
Boys.
That's how Gritty should have.
69 boys.
Show us the picture. For those at home. Kyle.
I gotta move it to my computer here. I had to upload it to my drive because it was on here. Hold on. Where the hell is it?
I don't know.
Don't know, but all I know is 69%.
So while he does that, you can order custom teams. Any NHL team you want, different ice. Now there's a lot of customization you can do for them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think Ice actually sent those out. I'm not even sure the team had to buy them. I think they sent them out to pretty much every team in the league, which is pretty rad.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of guys that are rad, like Corey. This was more familiar with this, where people like paint miniatures and stuff. There's some guys out there that for about $100 you could send them your team set, and they could do any team. I've been dying to buy 2 blanks and get like Americans versus Chiefs. I think that would be fucking sick.
That'd be sick.
That would be fun, dude. That would be fun.
All right.
That would be really dope.
Dope.
I would have to do my Americans like all-time team. Maybe that's about someday. Like who's your Americans all-time team? You know, your all-time first line.
Doug Glatt, Youngblood, and Bush, Connor Bouchard, and then Bush and Ned. So 2 Bushes. So you can just go Bush.
Two Bushes.
So you're picking Brian Boucher over Ole?
No.
Yeah, dude. No. It's got to be Ole Kolzig.
It's got to be Ole.
Barnes,
there's the picture.
Greg Spinrath.
Todd Clausen.
Yep.
Hey, if you guys...
And Terry Ryan?
Okay, I was just going to say, if you guys are not following Terry Ryan on Instagram, you have to follow him because he has been posting a shit ton lately. Last night in Instagram TV, I believe it was, he posted about Game 7, 1995, Game 7 against Spokane, when the Americans were up like 4-2, and then Spokane came back and tied it at 4, and then Spokane scored a goal in overtime, but it was disallowed, and then Terry Ryan scores the game winner. He did like a whole set on that, and he's got his own podcast now too, so he's been talking a lot about his time in Tri lately.
Talking about podcasting, Soul and Ice. Yeah, if you have not checked that out.
Real quick, because we actually have zero agenda today, and we're just talking about bubble checks and shit.
I know. I love that table. It's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, that does look right. Where's that at?
So this is in the T-Mobile Arena. It's
just like on the concourse?
No, this is hidden away. It's,
okay.
So here's the story on it. In this picture, it's in what we call the magenta room, which is kind of like a green room area for visiting acts.
Yeah.
The VIPs.
So like, the VIPs indeed. And Right now, it's currently in my manager's office because they had to move it out during UFC and a few other events that were like, no, we don't want this in here because they're squares and don't like fun stuff. So, yeah, so it's currently there. There's another one that is at the practice facility, and I think George McPhee has the third.
Nice. Kyle,
That's
did you just call out UFC people and call them L7 weenies?
Yep.
What? Yeah, pretty much. They don't like bubble hockey, so how can they be?
It's true. Fair
Nice
enough.
knowing you, bro.
Fair enough.
Whatever.
And that will be the last episode that Kyle is involved with.
So who are the team? Who's the other team, or is it just home and away colors?
It's the
home and away
Sharks.
colors.
It's the Sharks.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. I can
Whoa!
Oh, rad. Yeah, that's
Extreme
badass.
zoom. Whoa!
It's got inaugural season, so that's when we got it. This red line wasn't there for the first season. I think this showed up the second season. There was like a mix up in the order. Like apparently we've got a thing where we have the next like set of graphics ordered for the next few years, and then they just show up automatically, when that season comes. They mixed up the red line and the center ice logo. So we got one of them before the other. I can't remember like what. The logo that we have this year was supposed to be last year's.
Oh, wow.
Pretty soon, the Vegas logo is just going to take up the whole entirety of neutral zones.
Exactly. I'm kind of wanting them to do. I'm kind of wanting them to do the like whenever we do our third jersey reveal. I kind of want them to do like, for that season, do the battle star in the middle. I think that'd be kind of sick.
That'd be sweet, dude. Yeah, pretty soon it's going to be like the DEL league or whatever, or the CHL over in Europe, where like every face-off circle has a logo and all that shit. It's crazy.
I've got a couple of pictures of that. Oh, let's see here. That's Dell 2.
Okay.
I can't really see it because it's blown out, but
dude, audio is super freaking choppy today. All right, I'm going to start this call over.
Seattle?
Oh, he's coming back.
Hey! Sorry, everything just fucking stopped on my computer, so.
Weird.
All right. So Kyle, here's where we lost you at the beginning of everything you just said. Literally, we started in. You started in on the DEL picture.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah, I'm recording.
You should just go wah 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 wah, and that's what we'll do that whole break.
Holy fuck!
Blah,
You went
blah,
through
blah.
like okay, so cut and. Yes, we're back. We had a computer issue. Kyle, I believe, was starting to talk about the DEL picture, and then he proceeded to go through about 34 other pictures after that we missed.
No.
So-
I was just scrolling. Through. I was
Okay.
just getting back to the picture that you had mentioned. But we were talking about like ad space, and how they take anything that is a canvas of any kind. And
I fucking hate it.
toss
Just so
ads
you
all
know,
over.
I hate it. I hate watching CHL Europe games. I hate it.
It's hard to watch. Yes, I don't think I have another picture of that. Hold on, I'm gonna look.
Yeah, but I mean, listen again, and this is part of where we went into. That's what pays for it, man.
I know.
Yep, that's how they have hockey.
People hate fucking television commercials, but the TV shows are only a vehicle for commercials.
I know.
That's the only reason why we have television shows. So
I totally, I get it. I
that's
do.
very evil.
There's some. Go ahead.
Am I the only person that doesn't hate commercials?
Yes.
Like,
Oh, is that Yoshi?
That's Yoshi Bedoshi.
Look at him just hanging out there. Sorry, there's a Weimaraner on the screen now, so now everything else is irrelevant.
I'm watching the doggy. So I don't necessarily hate commercials. I hate repetitive commercials. I watch the news and it's like the same commercial every other one. And that freaking irritates the shit balls out of me.
That's fair. I'm old and I grew up with every 8 to 10 minutes you got a 2 to 3 minute break where you could get your beverage, take a shit, and I miss that. I hate pausing the show to go do shit. Like, give me my break, give me my little pause.
Corey, do you remember? Corey and I we really had very similar kind of where we grew up and stuff. Do you remember when TV dinners were in the actual tinfoil pan?
Hey, I remember that.
Yep.
And you put them in the oven, and the commercials gave you a chance to go check on it to make sure the apple pie shit wasn't boiling over. Like that's what you the commercials for.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's 100% it. Like fucking, I don't know. I liked, I like the break. And I understand why people get irritated in, like.
Well, we've just been conditioned now. That's the thing. We've been conditioned to have everything immediately.
Yeah, but now you get to choose your break.
It's also true.
Right, but I have a hard time pausing the show.
He needs to be told when to stop.
Yes, just a little tap on the shoulder. Now, right now.
Now's a good time to go.
So maybe then these people that are streaming without commercial breaks, they just need to put little markers in there. Like, back when we were in those choose your own adventure, now is where you choose that adventure. So now is when you choose to venture to the bathroom or venture to the oven to pull your 1984 TV dinner out.
Yes. You got to get your Hungry Man.
Fuck yeah, it had to be Hungry Man, dude. Tips. It had to be Hungry Man.
If you're watching, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, for the longest time, up until it's been less than a year, I had Hulu with commercials.
Yeah,
because I like the break.
I don't mind that at all. Like, I have Hulu with commercials, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I did get tired of them trying to force feed me Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But
it's a good show.
Fuck, it is. So I finally caved and I watched it and I love it. I love it so much.
It's so brilliantly written. It's a great show.
It's amazing.
We'll have to check. I haven't watched it.
I didn't watch it for years because Hulu was like, watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Like, fuck you, Hulu.
Fuck Andy Samberg.
I love Andy Samberg, actually. I love Andy Samberg. I'm just going to say.
Dude, I started watching it. That show is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So
really good.
So going back to the ads here, this is what Dusseldorf EG. This is what
You're
their jerseys.
Dusseldorf.
Hey, this is what their jerseys kind of normally look like.
Now remember, nobody can see this other than us right now.
Yeah. So what we're looking at is a pretty generic hockey jersey, set of colors and everything. You see some ads on the shin pads, but this is like a jersey that they would wear for like practice, or this is like their base jersey.
They sell space for practice.
This is what it turns into.
Oh God.
That's blue isn't even their color.
It's NASCAR.
Blue isn't even their color.
It's NASCAR.
That's exactly what I said when you had disappeared, was that it's just NASCAR.
Okay, so I watched the World Juniors, and these kids like from Russia and different countries and stuff, when they come out onto the ice, it literally looks like the coach went up to them and slapped a decal on their helmet, like right at the top of their visor right before the game started.
Yeah.
Like,
here's this week's sponsor, and they put it right on there.
I think that women's tournament that I went to, they had the stickers on the top of their visors too.
That's oh my God.
That's not okay.
So anyway, let me ask you this though, Kyle. You have much more, more experience over with CHL over in Europe. Do they really need all that sponsorship? Like, are they hurting that much for ticket sale revenue, TV revenue, all that they have to sell all that sponsorship?
I don't even think it's that. I think it's more to pay the players like a living wage.
Okay.
Like most stadiums that have hockey, they're not that big, but they do fill pretty well. I just don't see them being like NHL size arenas.
Well, they also don't have the mega billion-dollar TV deal that America has.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, but what about how does a WHL team make it? They don't have all those ads, and
WHL
small.
teams don't make it.
Yeah, that's
WHL teams lose money every year. It's a hobby for those
WHL
guys.
teams make it because it's a tax write-off for a lot of people. And I have noticed too, Everett.
They're also not playing the players.
Well, yeah, except I mean, it's costing them for equipment, it's costing them for scholarships. They do get a stipend.
I'm not arguing that point.
Yeah.
Well, no. I'm just saying there is money going to the players. But what was I going to say? Oh, Everett. I think I noticed Everett now has sold sponsorship on the goal posts, on the crossbar and on the post. That I don't have a problem with.
Why?
Because it's on the goal. You're not staring at the goal the whole time. You're watching the puck. You're watching the players. It just goes in the goal.
Aaron, do you notice if that's only on? Do they televise all their games up there?
For the WHL live thing, everybody televises, but I don't think there's actually any official televising of it unless they have like an SWX setup or something.
It would think in that market they would have something like that, but I was just wondering if they only do that for games that are specifically televised. You know what I mean?
It's for every game, and
all the time.
I think Root Sports actually does do some of the games up there.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, minor league sports traditionally is not a money-making venture at all. I mean, they get some support from the leagues, and I'm talking any sport, not just hockey.
Oh yeah.
It's literally, for a lot of these guys that own it, it's a hobby for them. They have many other things that they've got their hands in that support their hobby. But, if they break even, great. If they make a little money, even better. So if they're selling ads on every freaking board around there, and the goalpost and, I don't know.
Puck.
Put it on the puck. Yeah, why not, man? I say go for it. If it helps you stay viable and put a better product out for the fans, put a fucking Unical 76 logo on anything you want to.
But isn't it kind of, one of the points of, I think, watching hockey is the visual appearance. So if you have it plastered with just a bunch of different logos on their jerseys, and it looks not like a good product. It looks like a cheesy product.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that
I want to say that I want to comment on that real quick. To us.
Yeah.
To us, that's the way it looks. But if you grow up with CHL, you're used to it. You see it all the time. It's not that different.
Yeah.
It's like I said, European sports does advertising in a different way. And
Understood,
that's,
yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? You grow up looking at a fucking, I keep going back to the Premier League because I can just see that United Emirates fucking logo.
Oh yeah,
on the Man U jersey or whatever. Yeah, that you see that fucking or whatever fucking Virgin Airlines or whatever the fuck it happens to be. Like that's your team's jersey.
Yeah,
that's what you're used to looking at, and so it's not the same as selling a 70s, putting a 76 ball in the middle of the Flyers P. You know what I mean?
You know what? I get where you're coming from.
That's an extreme example, but I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, I mean, something to think about too is the route that money takes in other countries for professional sports is a lot different than it is for us as well. Like you guys kind of hit on it already, but like, that money goes to different places, especially when it comes to like, healthcare and whatnot for the players. They have to route it differently. So
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Those pictures that you were showing us, were those of the arenas overseas and all that? Yeah.
I'll show you a couple of them.
Because honestly, I'm thinking like they don't look that small, because I'm thinking of the NWHL for women's hockey and the arenas that they play in. They look comparable. If not, what you're showing us looks bigger than what the women are playing in, and the women don't have all that stuff on their jerseys.
So there's something special about this one. This one is where it's not the building, but is like the piece of land where the 1936 Winter Olympics were played in Germany.
Oh wow!
Back when Hitler was in power.
This is hockey. That's terrible.
This is in Garmisch-Partenkirchen, and the only reason it's got that enormous name is because back when the Olympics were happening, Hitler thought it would be a good idea to merge the two cities together to make the neighboring city kind of feel included somehow. I don't know. because they were both cities were kind of like hosting it.
Oh,
Because Garmisch is kind of the main town, and Partenkirchen is kind of like the mountain base town where like a lot of like skiing and stuff happens. So, and they're only like 10 minutes apart from each other, if that even. So, yeah, this is definitely a special rink. They do have a DEL team here. I don't remember what they're called, but I don't even know if they're I don't even think they're first division. But that's there. And then this one's Frankfurt. This is Del 2.
See, it doesn't really look that small.
This is where Dalton York went to play after he left the Americans.
Oh,
this
wow.
team here.
Yeah, he was there for.
It looks like it's probably 4 to 5,000.
Yeah, it's comparable to Toyota Center for sure.
Yeah,
and it goes all the way around. This area is standing room only.
Oh wow!
And it's for like the hardcore fans. So like they're always jumping and singing, and it's constant. Like it's constant noise coming from this area. Like it's literally no one's. Dude, and that's how it is in Europe. And people are always like kind of, cheering and chanting, and it's insane. Like European fans blow American fans out of the water.
Yeah,
every game.
You've said that. And I believe it, man.
Yeah, I've got some other ones here from Europe. I thought.
I definitely don't think it would fly here in the U.S.
What?
The logos all over the jerseys.
I don't know.
No.
It's going to happen, in soccer. I think MLS Soccer has a few ads. I think the Seattle team has like an Xbox or something on their shirt, don't they?
But I'm saying like plastered all over.
Well, I've been watching. Go ahead.
I was going to say, in 1989, the movie Major League, when Rachel Phelps, like the team's going fucking broke, and she sells ads on the outfield wall on every single deal, and Bob Uecker like mentions it. Like it was a joke then, but now it's like reality. It's like
every fucking thing we were ever shown in the 80s is happening for real.
Fuck you, 80s.
It's all happening.
You know what though? I've been watching some of the older NHL games back from even like 70s and early 80s. You still had blank boards at that point, dude. There was nothing. It was just white boards around.
Yeah.
And us a little bit, back early 80s, we weren't really watching hockey a whole lot. And by the time we got into it, you already had it on the board. So for us, that's normal. So I mean, we're just. I think you guys are making a good point. It's like what's normal now. It's probably not going to be normal in 10 or 20 years.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. And we were worried we weren't going to have anything to talk about.
You know what though? I will not buy a jersey with all those logos on it.
Well, I think I
have one.
Do you really?
I think that's the thing for me. Like, it's if a player, if you can still get the jerseys with just the team logo on it without all the stuff, then I'm okay with it.
But I bid on a game worn jersey a few years ago.
That's true.
And I would not have done that if it was all decked out on with those whatever. Unless it was my logo.
I don't believe you, honestly. And
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check and see if I can find it. I got a couple of them.
Okay. And here's why. Here's what I'm saying. Is again, it depends. Like again, if it comes out looking like a tacky ass NASCAR thing, like wow, you really like Tide. I get it. Like I get not wanting that on your jersey, but if a couple patches that are sewn on cleanly and look, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see the big deal.
It has to be the right brand.
I really don't.
So I will say this, as Major League Sports as a whole is having kind of a revolution now. In the 80s and 90s, it was giant 100,000 seat stadiums, and they were packed, and those owners were cutting a fat hog.
Yep.
We're moving into an era where they're building new baseball stadiums that only hold 45,000 people, football stadiums that only hold 45,000 people, hockey arenas only hold 30,000, basketball only holds 30,000, because people, television's technology, everything is getting better. It's harder for people to go spend $500, $600, $700 to go watch one sporting event when it's so good at home. A lot of leagues are having trouble filling stands. So, in the future, like you said, Aaron, in 5 to 10 years, we might see a lot more of this because TV will get better. the arenas will be smaller, and the salaries certainly aren't shrinking for the players. So we're going to see more ads. That's what I'm saying.
That's a real interesting thing, because like Anya was saying about not wanting the logos on the jerseys and wouldn't purchase that. Like, how far away are we from them installing GoPros on the fucking helmets?
Well,
we're there in a lot of instances. I mean,
yeah, we're there for officials and all that stuff.
Yep.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying, and I think that's gonna be that's gonna throw things off for me.
It could.
I don't want to watch a first-person shooter version of hockey. I really don't.
Okay, but I agree with you. Like, I would love to have the choice to watch that, though, if I wanted. And I think that what we're experiencing right now in our country, all across the world, is going to revolutionize some things with sports, because there's still the possibility that sports is going to return in a few weeks, a couple months, and it's still going to be to empty arenas at this point.
Yep.
And do not think that teams are just sitting around going, well, we'll see what happens. Fuck no. They're coming up with plans right now on how can we monetize all of this in a revolutionary way.
See, that's awesome. I think that's rad.
That's not bad.
Okay, the patches I can get behind.
It's done in good taste.
Yeah, I definitely think the patch is I could get behind. I'm more or less thinking of how it would be like part of the shirt, kind of like how our apparel. It's just like
embroidered or like screen printed on.
Kind of like Corey said, if they defile an ages-old Philadelphia Flyers logo, putting a Unical ball inside the P or something, I could see that for sure. That's out of line.
Kyle, I don't understand why you didn't put it on and model it for us.
I know, right? Yeah. You know what? That is it. Your job this week is to figure out how to live stream this shit so we can share it on our feeds.
And it's not working.
Well, no, and I think it's going to be
another one.
Yeah, and I think, but you got to figure that out, or I can figure it out because I'm a tech person too. But
we gotta have a show and tell edition or something.
Yeah,
that jersey says "holla." And that makes me laugh.
Kate, to your point about having GoPros and stuff, there's a lot of sports that are already doing that. If you have a good director that's directing only those shots that are viable to the action and stuff, it's not like you have to watch that first person the whole time. Although
no, I understand.
I will go back to like NASCAR. I do watch a lot of NASCAR. I enjoy NASCAR. They've really revolutionized the technical aspects of that kind of thing with the in-car cameras and stuff. And then you can go on the internet, so you can watch the broadcast on Fox, which is showing you all the major action and stuff. But you can also then go online, pick your favorite driver out, and then just watch what he's doing inside the car. You could do those same types of things in football, hockey, whatever. Just follow your freaking favorite.
No, that's a really good point, and that is kind of cool. It's innovative, and I like it.
Yeah, I mean, who's your favorite goalie in the NHL today?
Carter Hart.
Well, yeah.
Tuukka Rask, because I just like saying that name.
I was
Tuukka Rask.
Say Tuukka Rask.
Let's say Carter Hart has a freaking helmet cam, and you're sitting there seeing what he sees the entire game with those shots coming at him.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm happy.
Think that would be
okay, but does it add a different playing dynamic to?
Playing for the players?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't really take away from anything.
Okay.
Players don't give a fuck.
Not at all.
Do you guys?
Someone would complain about whether or not the camera would block the puck somehow.
Yeah. Or would it impede the visual aspect of it? On TV, if you're zooming up on people, the camera's right on your head.
So if you guys, if you ever watch games on the NHL app, like NHL.tv or whatever, I've got the Center Ice subscription, and when you go on, you can choose home team, away team, or you can choose multi-camera, which gives you the ability. They'll follow stars around a lot of times, like Crosby's usually on that, but it's different angles. I don't know if you guys know this, and my number might be off, so if it is, correct me, but I believe an NHL goal, a standard NHL goal right now has 9 cameras inside of it.
That's awesome.
That sounds
believe it.
about right.
And for replay now, they got
okay. So,
but hold on, Kyle, hold on. There's only like a couple of those available to the public. The other ones are actually just like league only for like goal judges and stuff like that.
Right. There's one of the goal judge ones that I know of. There's 2 GoPros inside the posts,
right?
Like underneath them, and you can see like it's just like looking right at the goal line. That's one that we don't. That's a feed we don't see like on TV.
Not sure how accurate it is, but Google is telling me there's 7.
There's 7 according to Google.
Yeah, I only know of 3.
Right,
I'm around these nets all.
They're not bothering anybody,
but there's
right?
there's the 2 in the posts that I know of, and then there's the big bubble one.
Right.
I don't know if there's like different cameras in that, but like I just know that like that's one of the ones that they work on. And then there's like these giant like battery packs inside of it and all kinds of stuff. If I get a chance, I'll snag a few pictures if I can.
Okay.
So you were talking about the whole thing with kind of like seeing goalie's view. I have a video from
Who's pups?
Is
that
That's Yoshi.
Derek's? Aww. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I interrupted. You can slap me on my wrist later.
I think it's this one. I think. Yeah. So it looks like a little laggy on your end, but like one summer in Germany, just screwing around, I put a GoPro on top of my my helmet. My buddy Patrick took shots on me. I don't know how well you can see that, but
yeah, pretty good.
Great.
That's how that would bounce right off your head.
A bunch of beers and just a few guys.
You could do whatever you want with a bunch of beers.
Oh yeah. I think that goes without saying, but yeah. So he's yeah.
What?
Yeah. So
Anya's telling me to make it bigger, and I've been trying to figure that out for 19 years now.
Bigger. I think if you double
obviously these aren't like shots that are super hard or anything. We're playing inline, and the puck's a bit lighter.
Yeah.
But still, it's pretty. I always thought this was kind of a fun idea. It's just I can feel the camera on my head.
Is it annoying though? Is it?
Big time.
But
I didn't like
that's also a few years ago, man. It's not like they don't weigh the same anymore.
Well,
that's true.
And the ones where the officials are wearing them now, they're like streamlined, like little cameras on like the side of the helmet sort of thing. They're part of the helmet now.
They're probably mounted.
Yeah,
really good.
Their helmets are starting to look like Bosch, or not Bosch, Bosch, fucking. From Princess Leia and Return of the Jedi. They've got that side piece on it.
Yeah.
Derek went to find the figure. There he did.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it right there.
But see that side piece? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm saying like Kyle, what he was doing there was like the actual like mount put onto the helmet. The new ones now, it's all just kind of integrated into it. So
they would be integrated into the plastic. I mean, all of us are staring at a laptop with a HD camera that's smaller than our pinky nail, So I mean, it can be done.
It's even though like the GoPro is definitely a lot lighter now, though. I could tell that the weight of it was there, and there's no way I'd be able to like play with that in an actual game.
Interesting.
But I mean, technology's advancing all the time. I don't see why this isn't going to be a thing eventually.
Well, I think what all the leagues are going to have to prepare for is changing the in-home experience for fans and finding better ways to monetize it without breaking the bank. I mean, Derek, how much does NFL Sunday Ticket cost? It's like $300 or something like that.
Yeah, 200 or something. But and that could change because for the 20 years in existence, DirecTV had an exclusive on it. DirecTV was the only one available, so they could pretty much charge whatever they want. At the end of last season, that exclusivity ended. So I think everybody's going to be able to have it now, and we'll see where the price goes. But yeah, cool. It was $250, $260, something like that.
For 16 weeks. I mean, I got NHL this year, center ice for $140 for everything.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the beauty of those kind of things are kind of what we're talking about is, yeah, you can watch the regular feed, or there's a channel that just shows you when every team gets inside the red zone and they're about to score.
Yeah.
It'll flash to that game, if you're interested in every game.
That is awesome.
Or you can watch, on mini TVs now. There's at one channel you can watch like 6 games at once and just highlight the game that you want the audio from. But you can be, so there's so many things they could do. If you can have a Flyers game on where you're getting the national broadcast, listening to it, and then you have, that Carter Hart view, and then you have your wingers view and the penalty box view or the overhead view, put a camera on the bottom of the freaking scoreboard in the center or whatever, if anybody still does that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like at the top of the arena and have an overhead view. There's just a million things you could do with it, hockey related, but in any sport too. And I just think that's the way it's going, man. It's going to be different.
For sure. I agree. Corey, you were trying to say something?
Maybe. I don't remember.
It's gone. It left. I want to switch gears real quick. We're running out of time. Did you have something, babe?
No, when we were talking about goalie cams and I pulled up an article from the NHL last year about how Boston and the Blues, they in the finals and what cameras were used, and each of them was like $100,000 in each net of cameras.
Wow.
Just in the net.
Yeah, so that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen at the major junior level for sure.
No, and I can see that in playoffs for sure, because if there's a controversy on a goal, they want to have every angle possible to be able to call it a goal or not.
But the cool shots they get, man, they were scrolling. I mean, if you just Google it or something like that, it's so cool, the shots. I love that kind of photography, action shots with hockey especially.
I want to end on something fun, which not that we've been, not fun today. This morning I was reading an article from NHL.com. Have you guys seen all these 4-frame videos, Zoom calls they've been doing with NHL players recently?
I haven't watched one, but I've seen.
They're pretty fun. So the other day I watched one with Crosby, Giroux, and then 2 of the Stahl brothers, Mark Stahl and Jordan Stahl, were on there, and it was fun. I think it was yesterday or the day before, they had one with Zdeno Chara on it. And they asked the question to the guys, hey, if you had to be quarantined with another player for, whatever, for the foreseeable future, who would it be? Zdeno Chara came out and said, well, I'll tell you who it won't be. It won't be Tuukka Rask because his farts are bad.
Nice.
Which,
awesome.
Which makes him even more my favorite goal.
Well, and then the funny thing is later on, Pasternak backed that up by saying, yeah, I will only skate through the crease about 1 time in practice. So I thought that was fun. So I wanted to ask you guys a question. If you could be quarantined with one NHL, well, you know what? Fuck it. One hockey player right now, who would it be?
Kyle.
Aww.
Man, I don't know.
I know. I threw it there. So
that's a good one.
Forsberg.
Philip, or
she likes those cat. No, Peter. She likes those cat eyes.
Okay. Yeah.
See,
I imagine Schmidt might be a lot of fun to be stuck with for a bit.
Nate seems pretty fun. Yeah.
I'd go with him or Revo.
Those 2. Are you guys, while you guys think about it, I don't know if you're fans of that show, Bar Rescue with John Tapper. I hate the show. I hate John Tapper. He drives me fucking crazy. But a couple weeks...
Yeah, I fucking hate that guy.
He drives me up the wall. But a couple weeks ago, his 2 surveillance guys in one of the episodes was Nate Schmidt and Ryan Reeves. They're the ones that went into the bar early to check it out before he arrived. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. I saw the preview for a little bit around here too. So yeah, I didn't see the episode, but yeah, it looked interesting.
I used to watch that show a lot, and then I was just like, this is the same shit over and over, and that guy just gets paid to yell, so I'm over it.
I never heard of it until that.
Oh,
until the whole thing with the Knights. So
I don't know. For me, I think it'd be tough. You don't know a lot of these guys' personalities, right? You only see a lot of the hockey players that I've interacted with in person or seen outside of the arena or without their uniform. These hockey, maybe more than any other sport, they're so programmed at such a young age to just eat, drink, sleep hockey. A lot of them are like robotic.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they don't have personalities, but they don't show it a lot of times. So I think it'd be hard just to pick somebody out. I would have to say, obviously doesn't play hockey professionally or anything anymore, but the Playfair kid from Letterkenny, like I want to hang out with that dude for a day, because he seems like he has a badass personality.
Yeah. Now, are you talking the character or the actual actor?
Well,
You're talking
I
about
think-
Dylan Playfair.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I think Dylan Playfair has got to be very close to who he portrays on this show.
So he's actually complete polar opposite of who he
Is
portrays.
he really?
Oh yeah, yeah. And I've
He's a fantastic fucking actor.
he is. He's a great actor. Spending some time with his brother, while Austin was here, Austin was one of those that gravitated towards the camera. Just he wanted to be in front of it.
Hence
it runs in the family, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was funny the first time I asked him. I said, your brother plays hockey, right? And he's like, yeah, Jackson played for Spokane, blah blah blah. And I was like, then my other brother, he's an actor, and that's where he left it at. It was so funny how he talked about Dylan. But no, Dylan's like
he's shunned from the family because he stopped playing hockey and
He's the
wanted
one-
to be an actor.
Well, he's the one making all the money now, though, because Jackson just became a father, I believe, playing minor hockey, and then Austin's a fashion designer now, which I think is fucking awesome.
That's rad.
And I love the fact that Jim Playfair, their dad, has been around hockey for the longest time, and they've all played hockey, but that family allowed them to do whatever they wanted, and I think
That's great parenting right there.
Absolutely.
That's a
Yeah,
parenting.
but Dylan made it famous as an actor playing a hockey player.
I know.
Right.
I know. Yeah.
What about you?
Me?
It's still my choice. I still think you'd be fun to hang out with.
I love it. My choice would be Shorzy.
Fuck you, Shorzy.
Just to hear those one-liners all day.
I know.
That's it, dude. I can walk into a room and be entertained at any moment of the day. So now he might be tapping my wife the whole time as well, too. But that's a risk I'm willing to take.
She's like, oh well.
Well,
McMurray.
no, there is no sharing.
You know how those McMurrays roll. So
Just
No!
wait for those opportunities.
Inaccurate. I may talk a lot, but man, I'm a very private person.
she is. Even Glenn wouldn't get involved with that one. So
No.
So
I
anyway,
have for you the salty treats.
She's just a regular old Annie Benning.
oh my
Oh my god, that character is so like that whole show is like. I feel like it's still underrated. Like I feel like not enough
It
people
is.
know about it and watch it.
It's surprising to me the people that do know about it though. Some of them.
Yeah, that is the other thing too. People are like, "Oh my god, what are you doing watching that? You don't like stuff."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corey, we used to work with a lot of people at the major river company that watched Letterkenny a lot, and I'm like, I didn't really peg you as that sort of person, but hey, it's cool.
Every time you say major
Yeah.
river company, I'm like, what the fuck? And then it takes me like 20 seconds to figure it out.
That's cool, but
Every
I'm not.
single time.
That's cool because most people won't listen and they won't get what I'm saying.
Well, I just wanted to point out that
It won't give them free advertising.
Yep. That's why we do it.
All right, boys. Before we go, what's on your watch, read, listen to list for the next few days, or what have you been watching, reading, listening to? It doesn't have to be hockey related.
I read a book that I just finished that was crazy, where when you turned 16, a female was cast into the wild to get rid of her magic, so she would not spell the men in the county.
Ooh.
And she fought back, and then she got pregnant by a wildling, and then came back, and then they stoned her. Yeah. I don't remember the name of the
Literally-
book.
Like they
It's
got
literally
stoned with
every
her,
book
or
by
they
what-
stoned her?
It's every book my wife reads.
And I'm reading a hockey book, Home Ice.
And she's reading it. Yeah.
You put a fucking vampire in that, and it's done. That's everything.
That's
she reads.
awesome.
Oh, is that off the table?
I like
Well,
it.
These are my backups. So they, the ones they originally sent, they had trouble with the plastic, and a couple of the guys broke. So talk about customer service. They just sent me 2 replacement teams.
Nice.
Oh, that's insane.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, by the way,
So
for
I-
those that are listening that can't see, Derek showing us the USA
so
and Soviet Union goalies from the Bubble Checks table.
That's awesome. And I interrupted Kyle. So
Nice.
I do that. I'm doing a lot
you're
today. I just keep interrupting you
It
all the
happens.
time.
Son of a bitch, man. I'm going to mute her. Hold on.
I'll just use his microphone.
No, so
Anybody else? Are we not watching anything? Maybe you guys just sleeping all the time?
I'm going back through the Venture Brothers.
yes.
What? He just
That
spilled
sounded
some
like liquid.
water on
It's
his
fine.
computer
It's-
stuff.
No, it's not on my computer stuff. It went back.
It's good. It's good.
Go
I
grab me a
heard.
towel.
I heard
though.
like a cascade.
No, it just went behind my desk.
What's not good?
It's all
Well, I've
good.
been watching-
Nobody's
I've been
frying
watching
right
Venture
now.
Brothers
It's gonna
again.
explode.
It's fine.
So you're watching Venture Brothers?
Yeah, I'm going back through Venture Brothers again.
I fucking love that show.
It's so
I
good.
love it so
It's so
much.
weird. It's so weird.
Oh my god, dude, I love that show. Although it's funny because like
a lot of talent.
a few years ago we were I was introduced
She's laughing at me
boys
right now.
to old cartoons
Yeah.
and I
Well,
showed them He-Man and I hadn't seen He-Man in like 20 years, 30 years.
right.
Fucking Skeletor, as soon as he spoke, I was like, oh my god, that's the Monarch.
Is it really?
It's the same fucking voice, dude.
No shit.
I thought you were gonna say how homoerotic He-Man is that we didn't
No, it
notice when we were 7.
No,
No, we didn't.
Every 80s cartoon villain was gay. It was horrible conditioning. No, it's true. Go back, fucking
No, I'm laughing because it's true.
dude. Megatron was just an old chain smoking drag queen with like if fucking his gay little twink buddy Starscream screaming beside him.
Oh yeah.
Cobra Commander, and this is. I just think we were conditioned, like they were showing us, like that was wrong, like that's the way the bad guys acted, and it's
Right.
fucked up.
No,
When you go
that's
back and look at it,
that's not. Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
So
You could write a dissertation on that.
I've actually put a lot of thought into it when it started to click. That I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? Because I mean, Gargamel, come on.
there was 4 different voice actors for Skeletor.
And they all sound like the Monarch.
Yeah. It's not the same voice actor as the Monarch, but I see it, and I know exactly what you're talking about. Just that tone that they have, that nasally kind of like. Ah!
Yep. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's so funny.
Well, we took a weird turn there. Once
Yeah,
again,
that's
what's
a
everybody
turn.
what's everybody watching? What's everybody listening to?
Okay,
That's what we were talking about. I've been watching.
He's watching the
we've been
Venture
cleaning
Brothers.
up a wet
And
mess.
I've been cleaning up, the water that I spilled everywhere.
getting
so-
everything wet.
Yeah.
Aaron, shit.
Well, I'm used to that. Oh,
Ah! The look on her face.
No, we're I mean, we've all got homework for garage, so
yeah, there's a lot going on there. Which if you guys haven't checked out, now's the perfect time because you ain't doing shit. No, I don't have time to listen to your podcast. Dude, you got nothing but time right now. So Garage-O-Rama is another one to check out.
thank you.
Yeah, you
And
bet.
Soul and Ice.
Oh yes, real quick, Kwame just started the Soul on Ice podcast. Episode 1 released. It's him and Akil Thomas and Elijah Roberts, I believe. I might have butchered that kid's name, but both those kids were major junior players. If you don't know who Akil Thomas is, Google it. The kid is a stud. He scored the game-winning goal for Team Canada in this year's World Juniors in the gold medal game. So they started a podcast. They've been working on it for a while, but it's kind of telling Elijah and Akil's story because now Akil's been drafted by the LA Kings. So they're going down that path. Kwame actually texted me the other day and asked me what I thought about it. And what we were talking about earlier, I said, they're hockey players. You're going to have to loosen them up a little bit. But the stories that they have are going to be incredible. And even, I think the first episode was like 48 minutes long. And by the time they got about halfway to 3/4 through, you could feel the kids start to loosen up a bit. Kwame's he's a great talker. He's got a background in radio, so he knows how to loosen people up. And that's what I told him on the text too. But these kids are going to have really cool stuff. It's going to follow their story. So Soul on Ice podcast. NHL.com actually wrote an article about it a few days ago as well. So they're not everywhere yet. I know they're on like Anchor.fm and then something else right now. They're working on distribution and all that stuff. So that's another one.
That takes a while.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. So I'm working with him on that, which has been fun. But I don't really know. I've been watching Ozark. I've been watching hockey as I can. I did watch a little bit of the replay the other night of the Americans and Calgary Hitmen from 2010. Game 5 where Calgary won to win the cup. But Mike Williamson was the coach for Calgary at that point, and then he later on coached the Americans.
Yeah.
Real quick, Americans news: Brian Pellerin will not be returning next season.
I was just thinking about that because you mentioned the coaches.
I actually. Hold on. I have this. This is how I remember Pelly. That is a signed card.
Oh, shit.
From Brian Pellerin of his time with, who's he playing for? Prince Albert. For the Raiders.
Did you actually get him to sign it?
Yeah, I dropped it off the office one day and he signed it for me. So
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
But Pelly's moving on, and I think it's great. I kind of expected Pelly to leave 2 years ago when Mike left, but he stuck around. He's a great guy, one of the nicest guys that I've worked with there. So great. Good luck to Pelly. I truly think, it hasn't been announced yet, but I truly think he's probably getting a head coaching gig somewhere because he needs to.
Yeah, I think that's what I suspect. And well deserved because he's done a lot of really awesome, like Canada too, right?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
coached a lot of the junior teams for like Team Alberta, I think, for like the Challenge Cups and all that stuff. Here's another cool thing I wanted to show you guys real quick. I have this on my desk. That is one Mr. Brian Boucher's signature on a Philadelphia Flyer puck. So
How did you get that?
how did I get that? I can't tell that over the air.
Okay.
If we figure out how to live stream this somehow with video,
I'm kind of doing a test right now, actually.
Are you?
Not a live test. I'm just doing a recording just to see how it comes.
I'll bring out my pucks and do a little show.
We'll do a show and tell one week, and maybe we can get some other people to join in as well. And by the way, FBI, do not give you permission to record me right now. So, moving on, I think that's about it for the week. Did you guys? How's everybody feeling? Let's accountability right now, real quick. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay?
I have this.
Yeah, we're doing
Doing
good.
good. It's starting to get a little Groundhog Day over here, but like, I'm good though. I'm good. Like, I'm healthy, and the dog is clearly not happy that the door's closed.
You know what, man? I think one week we'll do it where we leave all our dogs just in the room and let them do whatever the hell they want. So, except for you, Corey, because I know you hate dogs. So,
Yes.
he's like, that is correct.
Yeah, I'm just not a dog guy.
Corey's just not a dog, and that's okay. Not really, but that's okay.
Are you a cat guy?
I'm not a pet person.
Okay. Because I'm going to say if you're a cat guy.
Oh, what a sweetie!
She's so sweet.
I like your pets over there.
Oh, man. Well, anyway, we're doing good. It's become the norm here. The kids are in school, all that shit. So, I mean, like Anya said, not a whole lot changed for us. We work from home. We do a lot here about, going to hockey, going to the gym. That's about the only thing that's changed. Everybody out there, like I said, we will not use this podcast to talk about it at all, but just be good to each other, be good to the people. I know I have to tell myself that every time we're out grocery shopping. I just want to rip people's heads off. Oh boy. And the dog said, I'll go take care of it for you.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot more people walking around the neighborhood, and she barks at anything that isn't a moving tree.
Yep. That's how ours is as well.
And then when I close this, because she's barking at everything, then she sees the trees moving. Because all she sees is just motion. She sees motion, and then she's like, fuck that. And then she'll go outside and bark at nothing.
I love it.
And then the wiener dog will come to my feet and scratch the top of my feet, and it hurts like hell because he wants attention. Oh, now she's pissed. Look at her. She's like, oh, fuck. Why'd you close the window?
You shut the shade. She's gonna bite your head off right now. That's because pit bulls. That's what they do, man. They just attack everything.
They're so vicious.
God.
They're so vicious. No, she is a doll.
Anyway, boys, I'm looking forward to when we can do this in person again. It will come. Yeah. It'll be here sooner rather than later.
There's the wiener.
What? Put your wiener away, Kyle.
Oh, here's the wiener.
A long-haired wiener.
As I say, there's a lot of hair on that wiener.
Whoa. He did this yesterday and he fell.
That's funny. Okay, so guys, next week we're going to try to...
I can watch dogs falling off bikes all day.
Well, next week we're going to try to live stream this so you guys can actually see what we're doing and all that good stuff. But be good to each other. Check out... Wait, what?
Hopefully I'll have some beard back by then.
That's true. Poor Corey. Corey went through a rough experience.
You'll catch up.
Yeah, with this sickness. Yeah,
Until then, you just need to get a Santa Claus beard and fucking wear it.
I know, right?
This is like the third or fourth time I've seen you have to shave your beard in our friendship, and it comes back where you don't even remember it within a few weeks. So,
yeah, it comes back pretty quick. I hate staring at the giant basketball that is my head the rest of the time.
It's all good. It's cute. It's a cue ball. It's a cue ball.
Yeah,
I'm fucking Charlie Brown at 41.
Did they give you free haircuts for the rest of your life?
No, Howie hooks it up.
Anyway, so guys, stick around. This is going to keep going. buriedpuck.com, buriedpuckthreads.com. Check us out. Check out our Facebook group, which is growing. Thank you to our local Zamboni driver that shared it with a bunch of people, and now all those crazies are in our group. Kyle, you know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
He's a good guy. Yeah, so we're working on some guests coming up. Wherever you guys are at, whatever you're doing, be good. Be kind to each other. Don't hoard toilet paper.
And don't touch your face, because it would be a real shame after all the bad shit you guys do in your life. You would die from touching your face.
Yeah, that's
that brings a tear to my eye. I gotta wipe them away.
I'd be fucking pissed.
I have never wanted to touch my face more than I do now. Like, I was in the store yesterday. I was like, "Don't fucking do it! Don't fucking do it!" And then I turned a corner, and I did the best I could. I was just like, "Damn it!"
Dude, try being a guy with a smoker's cough going to the store.
Oh my God.
No, thank you. Not this day and age. No, thank you.
I'm gonna get fucking lynched, bro.
But maybe people will stay 6 feet away from you.
Yeah.
It's also true.
Yeah.
And as we said before, I don't know if we were recording or not, but if you want to make sure you're properly social distancing, just carry a hockey stick with you. They're about 6 feet long. So
and
there you
know
go.
what? You can use it. It's multi-use. You can just whack the shit out of somebody.
Yes, you can. And you can pull toilet paper off the top shelf if you need to with
Hell
it. So.
yeah.
That's right.
Or
That's
stay
right.
the fuck home.
Yeah.
And let's get this over with as soon as fucking possible.
I agree.
I do agree with what you're saying. Just remember, people got to eat though. So I'm talking about when you're at the grocery store,
I know.
the liquor store, which is essential.
It is
I
essential.
can confirm.
I will say, I recommend this if you can, and if you have the extra dollars, order takeout. Order takeout from your favorite local places. I've been trying my best to like maintain a pretty good like financial situation, but once in a while I'll say, you know what, I like this restaurant. I don't want to see them go under because of this, and I'll order some takeout. Yeah, it's like $20, but that's I really would hate to see a lot of really good businesses go under because of this. So
Absolutely.
I'll tell you right now,
do your best to support local.
My birthday's in 2 days, and it's gonna suck. But I will be ordering a giant, delicious meal from somewhere local.
Oh yeah,
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Anya and I have done quote unquote takeout more in the last couple of weeks than we did in the 6 months prior to that.
And we don't like takeout. just
I don't need a lot of
we
takeout,
don't.
but finding stuff that is diabetic friendly that I can do is actually a lot easier than I thought it would be with fast food stuff and local places. So definitely, if you have some extra cash and you can do that, got to keep the lights on for the local businesses. That's the one thing that still, there's a lot of ups and downs for local businesses over the next several weeks. So let's support them as much as we can.
Real quick, that's one thing I've been seeing a lot of athletes doing. I know one of my heroes, Drew Bledsoe. He lives in Bend, Oregon,
Nice.
and he has been just putting, like, he'll call up a place, give his credit card, $500 here, $500 there, and then he puts out on his Instagram, okay, go order takeout from this. Everybody get a meal on me until the $500 runs out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
That's awesome.
And not just him, but I've seen a lot of other athletes and musicians doing that kind of stuff too.
Yes.
That's amazing. Speaking of musicians, a lot of people had their tours canceled.
Yes.
Best way you can support them, and this is coming from the sources, stream their shit on Spotify.
Yes.
Buy a shirt if you can.
Yep.
That's good revenue for them ish. Spotify is, but like,
well, it takes millions of downloads, but you got to start somewhere. But yeah.
But seriously, like Spotify helps. I've seen a lot of musicians migrating to Twitch. A lot of them have been going to Twitch. Like just help each other out. Like I know, like, people have that like common misconception that like, oh, I'm in a rock band, like they make millions of dollars. No, it's not true.
No.
The music industry is dead, completely dead. The only way those guys make money is when they tour. That's the only way for them to make money right now. So
seriously, like for some reason, we looked this up the other day. Somewhere out there, someone figured that Matt Hafey of Trivium is worth $12 million or like $12 million or something like that. Like that's his like net worth or some shit, and that's not accurate at all. These bands, especially like friends of mine, Fit for an Autopsy, they had their tour canceled, and Nuclear Blast Records has been streaming a bunch of their label's music on Twitch as kind of like a relief fund for the bands that travel across the world in a bus, not like a nice bus, like an Econoline like Ford van or whatever.
A big van, not even a bus, a big van.
Yeah, so they're hurting big time. So support your local restaurants that you don't want to see go. Support your bands that you like because they're hurting too. They are. So everybody's in a shitty spot.
I do. I want to give a very specific shout out to Strange Famous Records. They're an independent record label, and the hip hop that they produce is fucking incredible. All the music that we use in our show for season 2 has been from Strange Famous. They're dropping new tracks all the time. I just saw that Sage Francis is working on a quarantine sessions, as he calls them. So some new music's coming from there, but go to strangefamousrecords.com and buy as much as you can. If you're not a fan of physical media and paying for shit, now is the time to become a fan of physical media and pay for shit. Or you are going to lose these artists. You're going to lose this creativity. It's going to go away. And we don't want to see that happen. So do it.
It costs money to create sometimes.
Yes.
At the same time, I want to interject this. You've got nothing but time on your hands right now.
Yep.
Unless you're me and you work all day.
Yeah, well, fine. Pick up an instrument. Play, practice, paint, draw, create. This is the opportunity.
Open an OnlyFans. Fuck anything.
Yeah. This is...
Start a fucking podcast if you want.
No, don't do that because we don't want the competition.
Dude.
Oh, I like competition.
This is the most saturated market in the world now.
I know, right? I know. But no, I just like seriously, like don't let the rust get on the strings, man. Practice, play.
For sure.
Use this time to create as much as anything else.
Absolutely. I love you guys. We've gone long, but who cares? We all got time. So, just want to remind everybody, check us out, Facebook, all that good stuff. Interact with us. You guys have any ideas, any local businesses, any music we should be checking out, let us know. We'd love to feature them on here. Boys, until next week, you guys good? Anything else? Any parting words?
I'm not a boy.
You shut. Yes, dear.
No, man.
Stay safe.
If you haven't yet, please check out Garagerama.
Yes.
Other than that, I feel like there's I think some NHL 19 in my future.
Yes, let's do that. I'm set up. Let's get everybody's call signs together. Derek, unfortunately, will have to watch since he doesn't have an Xbox, but that's okay.
You got a PS4, right?
Yeah, he's shaking it. Yeah, just so everybody at home, he's shaking his head yes right now.
Yes,
well,
yes.
I can play with him too.
I love your old school batting helmet, by the way.
Thanks, man.
It was sick.
It's pretty good.
It looks like it needs an ice cream sundae in it.
Oh, I could go for that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so everybody, keep an eye out for that. Kyle and I have been talking. We want to get a little NHL 19 action going.
We keep getting day drunk though.
Yeah, we keep day drinking, and then turns into like 3-hour naps. There you go. Hey, where's the popcorn?
Yeah. Popcorn's gone, man.
We got a pink one around the house somewhere, I think. Or a red one.
Yeah, I got a pink one too.
Love it. All right. Guys, gals, everyone listening, love you guys. Stay safe. Touch your faces. No, I mean, don't touch your faces. All that good stuff. So
touch your balls instead.
Touch your balls. Give your balls
never been a better time.
Give your balls.
All right, now what?
Wait, what?
I said, all right, now what?
Oh. A 1, a 2, a 3.
Go.
I walk off bikes all day. I don't give a shit about you.
Step all the way in, stay good, and go through.